Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me for this segment, I have Colin MacNaught, co-founder and CEO of BondLink, to discuss modernizing the municipal bond market. It is great to have you with us, Colin. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thanks, Jill. Great to be here.
You got it. And modern and munis don't typically go in the same sentence, but the $4 trillion muni bond market is known for being rather old-fashioned. What is BondLink doing to modernize the industry?
Yeah, it's as old-fashioned and as staid as any market in any industry you'd see these days. We are really focused on the issuer side, the government side. So states and cities and utilities that need to access private capital and helping them with their go-to-market strategy and trying to automate as much of that as possible so they have a much more efficient time reaching investors.
Can you share a little bit about your background and what led you to co-found BondLink?
Sure. Yeah, I was an issuer myself. I was assistant state treasurer for the state of Massachusetts, and I handled debt and issued $25 billion over 7 years, and multiple governors, multiple treasurers, and really enjoyed my time on the public side, Jill. But literally sat in the chair and was amazed at the lack of technology. It was a lot of work. You don't have a lot of resources, and I thought it would be a big opportunity to help this side of the market introduce technology and really ramp up the efficiency on the issuer side.
Yeah, which is so interesting because trillions of dollars flow through this asset class. It's one of the largest. BondLink launched an ESG solution in 2022. How important are green and sustainable bonds to the market? And what are the biggest challenges for issuers?
Yeah, I think green bonds and social bonds could be very, very important given the volatility that we experienced in 2022 and we expect to experience in 2023. There are a lot of investors that want to put their money to work in funding environmentally beneficial projects. And if you're on the issuer side and you have to build a new solar farm or a highly efficient, energy efficient building, you can reach these new investors if you can provide them with information over the life of your bonds. And that's what we do at BondLink. That's part of what we do at BondLink. That stems back from my time on the issuer side. I was the first issuer to issue green bonds. And it's not just about the time of the sale, Jill. It's about providing environmental updates on those projects over the life of the bonds.
The muni bond market experienced an unusually turbulent 2022. Why is that? And then what are your predictions for 2023?
It was arguably the most difficult year in the last 2 decades for municipal, both for investors and for issuers. We had gone through a period where rates were consistently low. Demand was consistently strong month over month with fund inflows, and not only were rates low, but spreads were tight. That all changed in 2022, and there was a lot of moments of shock, both for issuers and for investors. And I think it took a little bit of time for issuers to digest that they're going to have to sell bonds at 5%, not 2%, as they had been doing over the last 15 years.
Is there anything you think investors should know about issuers that they may not know already?
I think issuers are very well-intentioned. I think they're woefully under-resourced. I think they try to be as transparent, they try to be as accessible as possible. But when you don't have enough resources on the government side, it's very, very difficult and challenging to answer every question that an investor has or provide every single document that a bond investor has. I think issuers want to do that. In general, they're very, very transparent to the general public. What BondLink helps bridge that gap and helps issuers who are already transparent get that information to the bond market.
Which is interesting because you think that the government will provide more resources for transparency. It's such a big push across all asset classes now.
Yeah, it just is not the case. It's difficult on the outside, Jill, to understand how few resources government CFOs have on their teams, and they're dealing with billions of dollars in budgets and capital programs and bond sales, and yet they just don't have the human resources like you see on the private side.
All right, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thanks, Jill. Thanks for having me. Happy holidays.